this is Big TRELL'Z Vlogcast. Hey, don't call it no podcast. Yeah, this is Big TRELL'Z Vlogcast. Hey, don't call it no podcast. Yeah, this is Big TRELL'Z Vlogcast. Hey, don't call it no podcast. Yeah, this is Big TRELL'Z Vlogcast. Hey, don't call it no podcast. Yeah.
What up? What's happening? What it do? It's your boy Big TRELL'Z. Big TRELL'Z Vlogcast. Give yourself a round of applause, please. Clap for yourself. Be your number one cheerleader, all right? Remember that. Be your number one motivator. We're going to get right into this video. This is from a YouTube channel called Boyd Cluess. The title is called The Sneaky ATM Scam That's Draining Bank Accounts and How to Protect Yourself. So this is a good one. Keep your money in your account, and because people come up with clever ways to steal your money every day. Like that don't stop. The clever ways of scamming people out their money does not stop. So you always have to, pay attention to what's going on. Let's get into it.
Imagine going to the ATM to withdraw $40 from your bank account, only to later realize that $960 vanished.
Damn.
All because of super glue? This is a sad reality for several people around the world. And what's even worse than this is the bank's response. Stay tuned to this video because I'm going to tell you how hackers are using super glue to steal your bank account information and how you can avoid being the next victim.
That's crazy.
Hey, heroes, welcome back to my channel. I'm Boyd Cluess, internationally recognized cybersecurity expert. And
Okay.
today we are going to be talking about the new scam that hackers are using
Come on, brother.
to drain bank accounts faster than an Android phone after 30-minute conversation. Team iPhone. Before we get started, guys, go ahead and like this video and consider subscribing to the channel because this information is going to protect your money and is going to blow you away. So here's what happened. Several people in California had actually called their bank to report unauthorized transactions at an ATM that they'd actually used. And what is so surprising is the bank's response. But before we get to the bank's response, I'm going to break down exactly how this happened.
Please.
So one of the people that was a victim of the scammer actually told ABC News this is exactly what happened. They walked up to an ATM and they tried to put their card into the slot and it didn't work. And a kind stranger actually advised them, hey, you got one of those new cards, right? Of course you do. Why don't you just tap your card on the ATM and use that feature? And sure enough, the lady, she taps her card on the ATM, she puts in her PIN, she withdraws her $40, she thanks the man, and he's like, no, thank you.
All right, I don't mean to stop, but I heard this on the news like some months back. It might have been 5-6 months ago. I heard about this. And for a while I stopped tapping my card, but I went back to doing it, but I probably need to stop again. I use my phone most of the time, so I don't know if that's different than using your actual card. I don't know.
And goes on about her business. And while she's at home checking her online account, because sometimes people are crazy about the money and want to check it every 5 minutes, she noticed that it wasn't just the $40 that was withdrawn. It was an additional $960. And that's when she called the bank. This specific bank happened to be Chase. And what they did was they said, we ain't giving your money back, fam. You authorized that transaction.
Yeah, I'm not trying to stop it, but apparently I'm guessing, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on before it happens. I'm guessing the super glue, they glued down a certain button that kept her account open after she took the money out.
Can you believe that, guys? But seriously though, let me know in the comments. Have you had to fight the bank to get your money back?
Man.
You didn't make? I ain't talking to people that be scheming out there. I'm talking about legitimate. Let me know in the comments. As a payment security specialist, I wholeheartedly can believe it. Why? And this is why I have been preaching for years and advocating. Do not use a debit card. Do not use a debit card anywhere, especially at the gas pumps or ATMs. Use a credit card whenever possible. Credit, you will get your money back. Debit cards, they will fight you tooth and nail.
Dang.
Anyway,
that's good to
know.
know.
Break down exactly what this attack looked like. So first of all, what the attacker would do is they would take super glue to seal the slot where you would put in the card, which would then prompt the person to have to use the tap. But most people aren't automatically thinking about using that tap feature, which is why the second part of the attack requires social engineering. You see, that person, that stranger that we were talking about that advised the lady to use the tap feature at the ATM was actually the person that glued the ATM.
Right.
And it's by design. By telling that person to use the tap feature, it unlocks an additional functionality that maybe you are not aware of. Ordinarily, whenever you go to an ATM, you put your card in and you put in your PIN to get money back. It asks you, after you finish that transaction, do you want to do something else?
RFID, the tap.
Because we know if you say yes, it's going to ask you for your PIN.
Mm-hmm.
But here is the challenge, guys. When you use the tap feature, it does not re-authenticate you. It does not ask you for your PIN again. Therefore, when the people walk away from the ATM, they are then leaving their sessions open, allowing the scammer to come right in and take the money out of their bank account as much as they want. This is utterly ridiculous. And so the challenge with this is, when it comes to fraud disputes with banks, having someone use a PIN, considering the person that had their money stolen did actually approve the charge because they used their PIN.
Right.
So it is very difficult to actually fight this type of fraud because in reality, you authorized the transaction in the bank's eyes. However, it wasn't until ABC got a hold of this news story that Chase finally reversed the decision and give the people their money back. That was
ABC that had that. But how does that work? Like, when your transaction's done, I thought it was done. So how is it still left open when you walk away? How is your transaction still left open? Like, I sit there and I wait for it to close out. So how does it? I don't get it. I don't get the scam and how it works. Maybe I missed something. If y'all caught it, comment in the comment down below what it was, because I think I missed something.
Stolen. But here's what I want you all to understand. Using contactless payments are actually quite secure. The problem is the functionality within the ATM system itself. So I want to give you.
So it's not secure then.
You should definitely do to make sure that you are not on one of these hackers lists. Number one, if the ATM slot doesn't work, don't use the ATM. Don't use the tap feature. Number two, if you happen to use the tap feature, make sure that you close out that session entirely.
Oh, okay.
Number three, do not use an ATM with weirdos around. Stranger danger's real, y'all. You don't know who's there and what they're doing. They could.
So the people aren't closing out their transaction? That is so weird. Like, when it comes to your money, most people stand there. Like, whenever I've gone to the ATM or seen somebody use the ATM, people stand there and they keep pressing. They'll watch and make sure everything's closed out, grab their receipt, watch again. Like, I don't know anybody who just grabs their money and then walks away and doesn't hit anything. I don't get it.
Bop you over the head after you get your money. Don't do it. Don't do it. And number four, trust your gut. If you feel uneasy about an ATM, a location, or people around you, just keep it moving. Trust your instincts. So as a payment security professional, this is why the PCI DSS compliant framework exists. Requirement 9 requires companies to perform periodic inspections of payment devices for tampering or substitution. So the thing about this requirement, it may not have prevented this specific issue, but eventually it would have uncovered it. More now than ever, it is important to be hyper vigilant about where you are putting your personal information, your payment data, especially your credit and debit cards, to make sure that you are not the latest victim of a scammer. And if you want to learn more information about how to protect yourself, more things about cybersecurity, I advise you, as your security advisor, to like this video, subscribe to this channel, so that you're notified whenever I drop new tips about career advice, as well as cybersecurity tricks, hacks, so that you can take full advantage of all the resources to maximize your career, as well as protect yourself in this digital landscape. Well, guys, that's it for this video. I will see you on the next one. Peace.
All right, that was some good information. It's always good to learn the new ways that people are trying to take your money, and it's just weird that people will walk away, because it appears that the only way they can do that is if you walk away without closing anything out. So I just fail to understand Who grabs their money and just walks away and doesn't look at the ATM and make sure everything goes back to the beginning screen where it says insert card? That's what I wait for. I'll stand there and wait. So I don't know. I don't get it. But hopefully this helps some of y'all. Hopefully this helps you protect your money and catch on to a new scam that they're doing. All right. So if you see this being done to somebody else or to yourself, you can possibly help somebody or yourself. All right. So that's it. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You know, your boy's trying to come up, small YouTube channel, trying to make a name for myself. Just having fun with it. So y'all can help me out by subscribing. I appreciate it. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here. All right. It's your boy, Big Trail, Big Trell'Z Vlogcast. Let's get it. Get it.